Hi there, we're on day 2 of 3 minutes in the book of James as we spend 5 weeks in the book of James as a church. So we're still at verse 1 on day 2. James, a slave of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes dispersed abroad, greetings. So James was the first leader of the church in Jerusalem. Paul, when he writes, he talks about the fact that he went and got to know James, that he made himself known to him. He reportedly was stoned to death in 62 AD by the high priest or thrown off the temple. So somewhere around 62 AD, 69 AD, somewhere there, or the Pharisees clubbed him to death. So a very violent death, and it would have been a real blow to the church as they're in formation stages. The early church father Clement of Alexandria, he says that Peter and James were honoured by Jesus. They're in the special two, and you know, as leaders of the church of Jesus Christ, but they didn't contend for glory. They didn't contend amongst themselves, and that's a theme of the early church. That though there might be leaders, that it was people that were creating factions out of their leaders, but the leaders always tried to put down the factions. They're like, no, we all follow Christ. That's what we do around here. James, we read in the book of Acts that he presided over the council in Jerusalem, talking about the Gentiles and their accessibility to the Christian faith. And James delivers the verdict. That's how we know he was kind of foremost among them. And this is the earliest book, written between 45 and 62 AD. And as we go through it, you're going to constantly hear references back to Matthew, chapter 5 to 7, the Sermon on the Mount, and Proverbs, the wisdom writings, and Luke 6, I think it is, maybe 7, but the Sermon on the Plain. We're going to be constantly seeing how James is reiterating Jesus' teaching and bringing them, my mother would be horrified, to the early church. So hang around. It's going to be a great journey for this 5 weeks.